Sorry, I was just wondering what would happen. What you guys would do if I just didn't say anything and shook in place for a little bit. Welcome. I was about to say no audio. Well, it's not like I was talking. If I was talking, you'd see me be like... Oh, I guess Kumiko is muted. Or eating. No, if I'm eating, it looks obvious because I look like this. I'm just... Because the particular way my mouth moves when I chew just makes me go like this on my model. Because I think it picks up like jaw movement. So even if I'm like, that's the thing, even if I can't actually chew with my mouth closed, model wise, I mean I can actually chew with my mouth closed, but when my mouth is closed and chewing, it looks like my mouth keeps opening, like. That's why I could never like chew gum on, while streaming. I'd just be like. But yeah, welcome Koni, Fruit, Usagi, Coriander, Mira, Tavrin, Gamer. We got some True Rain ASMR today because we're gonna be playing some Against the Storm. But before jumping into it, I figured I would just say what's up and we can have a chill hangout session. Cause I'm not really in a hurry to play Against the Storm, and I'm also grinding Granblue on the side, so... Somebody else said this was a swimsuit episode. Do I have any swimsuits for these characters? Lamb doesn't have a swimsuit, but does have a Halloween version. Well, a Halloween skin, that is. Oh, they added a new art. You're looking so cool. Aglavale's cool. I think he's a king. I forget if he's a king or... I think he's a king. He's Percival's brother. And I don't think Zeta has a swimsuit either. Oddly enough. Actually, no, she does have a swimsuit version, I just don't have it. That's like the only version of Zeta I don't have. The closest thing I got is New Year's. And then because I actually slept during the event where you got a free swimsuit skin. Actually, I wonder if that event has appeared in side stories. That's Conquest with the Dark Singularity. Last Owl's run is in 2024 and I missed it. Granblue a character gacha? It's a character and weapons gacha. Every character has an associated weapon, and if you roll the weapon in the gacha, you get the character attached to it. The weapons are used for grids, which is like the other half of Granblue. Yeah, Granblue is a lot of characters. Like, let me see how many SSRs I have. Let me bust out the calculator. Okay, 29 pages. And there's 20 on each page. So it's 580 plus 7. So I have 587 SSRs. Do know that this game has been out since 2012. Or wait, not 2012. 2014. First, let me see. March 10th, 2014. Yeah, because we just recently celebrated our 12th anniversary around March, April. And this March 10, 2026 is the worldwide release, which is what I think the Steam release is considered the worldwide release, even though it's had an English version for at least since 2019, so most of it's... I don't know when they started putting an English translation in the game, but it was before I started playing. Oh yeah, my Gacha Gamer played with Precon and they completely shut it down. Yeah, the Precon thing was sad. That's part of why I stick to only specific gacha. Although I guess pretty much all the gacha that I've played and took somewhat seriously have still been in service. Like, I'm pretty sure Puzzles and Dragons is still in service, and that's like one of the first gacha games I ever played. Girls Frontline I got into for a while. I think that's still around. Fate Grand Order obviously is still around. Probably best for the wallet to keep out a gacha anyway, though. Yeah, that's true, but as with like any hobby and you know, way to pass your time, it's all about what is it called? Opportunity cost. Like in Granblue, you're constantly calculating opportunity cost because you have 6 elements to focus on, and you can't grind for everything at once. And no matter what level of progression you're at, you have to kind of focus somewhere, you know. So you're always calculating opportunity costs, like, you know, what am I spending my time on when I do play Granblue? What am I using my resources on when I use resources? That sort of thing. And it's the same to go with gacha. I spend a lot of money on it, but I also feel like I get a lot of enjoyment and fulfillment out of it, so it balances out. And I come from a background where, like, the people who are supposed to be responsible for me were gambling away all their money and, like, a lot of what money I had too. So, like, real gambling, like blackjack and shit. So, gacha being called gambling, I'm just like, eh. It's hard for me to take seriously. Because I've seen what real gambling is. Those real gambling is a home wrecker, you know. Gacha has probably messed with a lot of people's lives, but I don't know if it's as nearly as common to actually, like, straight up home wreck, you know. Like, at least with gacha, you know you're not, like, the trap with real gambling is that you're spending money to try to make money. In gacha, you're spending money to try to acquire goods, but the chance of getting them is just often RNG, you know? But there's ways around it, like sparking, you know? Where you can guarantee a certain pick if you roll enough times and stuff. So then it ends up being less gambling and more, like, purchases with RNG as to the exact amount of their cost in the end, you know, but it still averages out to a certain amount over a long enough time, depending on your habits, you know. Well, I've been able to balance it so far, and things seem to work, so... Although I do wanna, although it does, the RNG aspect of when you're exactly gonna be spending the money you spend on gacha, at least for me, does mean I kind of have to think on my feet in regards to, like, where my resources go, but that's always what a Granblue player is doing, so... Yeah, that is another case. There are plenty of worse things to spend your money on. Really, it's less about what you're spending your money on and, like, I don't know, how you're integrating that with everything else you spend money on, you know? Because, I mean, obviously everyone makes allowances for some amount of, you know, fun spending, or, I mean, there's a such thing as disposable income. And money means a lot of different things to different people. And also value means a lot of different things to different people. The other nice thing about playing Against the Storm tonight is, it is something I can actually do while playing Granblue. GFL is bad for my wallet. Yeah, it was kind of bad for me too. Like, I think I was just playing FGO, and then I kind of had a lull in my FGO playing, and I got into Girls Frontline, and I spent a bunch on that, and then I got out of that, and I think I forget how long after, I got into Blue Archive. And then I just decided to stick with Blue Archive and Granblue. Let me throw up Against the Storm. Against the Storm is good music too. Also, it has its own rain ASMR, so I can turn off mine. Oh, Cleo is streaming. I love seeing Cleo stream at night because I'm like, oh man, there's a good chance that when I wake up at 4 a.m., she's still gonna be streaming, and then I can tune in. Wow, look. I'm big on the screen. Wow. Wow. I should really, like, show off my model more. Either way, I hope you guys have luck. May your rolls never falter. May the odds be with you. What is that? What is it? What is that? The Mockingjay. Oh man, I forgot. I actually read. I don't know if I read Mockingjay. I think I read the first book. Oh, The Hunger Games. That's right. May the odds ever be in your favor. What do the earrings say? They say Hatsu. Let me double check, make sure I'm not going crazy. Yeah, that's Hatsu. It's specifically used on green mahjong tiles. What about Miku? I don't really have much on me that's like Miku coded. Trying to think. Besides like the painted nails, I guess that are kind of Miku colored. There's the Miku. Like earrings on a mahjong tiles. Yeah, basically. These are my auxiliary mahjong tiles that make it a lot easier for me to pull off a Ryui soul out of the blue. Hold up. How long have I had this model? $2023. I came out with this model as part of my 2nd anniversary. And then I also, like, on my 4th anniversary is when I came out with the Chibi model. So I sort of have a trend of coming out with a new model every 2 years. I don't know if I'll be able to keep that up, but so far it's... I mean, the Chibi model was like a lot less resource intensive, so to speak. So it was easier for me to afford. But yeah, and then I've had the other model since 2021 when I debuted. June 30th, 2021. Fuck. That reminds me, my anniversary is 1 month away. I gotta get ready. I really need a source of dye. That's what I remember the last thing I was doing. I need dye copper bars. One of the two. Have you managed to get all the seals yet? Nope. I am working my way towards, like, the 3rd seal, I think. The one that's Prestige 15, I think. I forget which one. I think that's the Platinum seal. I have enough for one reroll. Okay, we got the rain mill being milled. Funny amber shipment coming in. Oh, we have a rain mill, so we have a really efficient way to make flour. Although, I don't have the pipes to... Might actually be better to... I think this one is a little bit better. Gunner 72. Oh, the impatience went down. Hey, Hawaiian pizza? No, thank you. I don't like Hawaiian pizza. As much as I talk about pineapple, when I'm in the pineapple outfit, I must go on the pizza. That's a big meme. Oh yeah, I never turned off my... I never turned off my additional rain ASMR, but I kinda like it, so I think I'm gonna keep it on. It's like extra rainy. Let's see, if we go up, we'll lose an impatience. So... Reputation threshold 30 12. I'll eventually be wanting to make porridge and skewers. I'll make a limit of 10 porridge. Need another human over here. Turn on herbs. Oh, this is a forbidden glade. I might want to do this, but it's scary. That'll give me a chance to get the big, gathering node. I need 2 gears for a small warehouse. Okay, I can turn in something. Little road there. Okay. Take the woodcutters off. I can leave one woodcutter on. Okay, now the mats are at -1. Oh shit, they were using drizzle water for this. Should have used clearance. Let's make some skewers. In the meanwhile, what's the hotkey for? Paste. I'll just make the skewers. Once the mats see these skewers, they will be happy. One more resolve bonus from skewers. There we go. Are we gonna win this one? Yeah, definitely. Well, I don't want to say definitely just because it's always a little dangerous to open these, like, forbidden things, but I'd say our chances are really high. Uh, 64 pottery. Okay. Now is about spring. I'm gonna open this glade. Wood production increased by 1. Harvesting and planting are 25% slower. %8 global production speed for every bat working in a building with the metallurgy. Oh, mist piercers. That just tells me what's in everything. But every time I open a glade, it increases my impatience by 0.5. But the information is so worth it. So now I can see, like, okay, there's a carpenter in here. So I'm gonna ignore that one. And a drizzle water geyser in here. There's a trapper's camp in here. Which, when paired with this, give me an unlimited source of meat. Alright, let's accept some of these. Okay, here we go. Skewers, paste, copper bars. Jerky, pottery, incense. Only people who like jerky is lizards and harpies, though. This does have copper bars. Planks, tools, pack of luxury goods. That would give me a source of tools. Yeah, even though it raises impatience by 0.5, you don't need to open a ton of glades to win the game. Like, I could probably win the game either without opening any more glades or just opening like 1 or 2 more. I'm gonna attempt to open a couple because I can afford to gain an impatience. Academy has brawling and education. Gain +1 for each rebuilt or salvaged ruin. The monster teeth and percent icon. That's the hearth corruption rate. Every time the hearth gets to 100%, 3 of your villagers will die. If it's under 100, that means that over the course of the storm, it won't get to 100%, so you'll be fine. If it's over 100, then you have some blight rot farming to do. Or you have to take some out. That has a cannery in it. Paste wine biscuits. Actually, wine is pretty useful, I think. So the carpenter gives me tools and luxury. This gives me a drizzle water geyser. This gives me a small farm, but no farmland. Like, I was gonna open this, but now I'm looking at it and it's like, the academy... Wait, do I have a way to make scrolls already? I think I knew. So this one seems like it'll be pretty good open. since that'll fulfill the luxury requirement for 2 of my... And this area has fertile soil. The only thing about doing the mist piercers is it kind of makes things take a lot longer, because then you want to like plan. Beauty is, with this I can make wine, and then... Huh, you can make wine out of mushrooms too. I really need a source of copper bars, so I kind of want to get the grill. Unfortunately, the grill is the worst producer of copper bars. I'd rather have any of the other buildings. I don't really need the other stuff, so it's either pick the grill or reroll. If I could get a smelter, that'd be great. I better pick it, just in case. Oh, there. Dye, ale, and wine. That's what I want. Because with dye, I can make coats. And with coats, everyone in my group likes coats. So that'll raise the resolve of my whole group. And I'll additionally be able to make paste, which will help the bats out. Okay, now I can... Okay, now I kind of want to open this. Of course I can always just, well... Yeah, I think I'm gonna open this, because if I have drizzle water geyser, I have infinite source of drizzle water, which gives me infinite source of food. And I don't think the leaking cauldron is that hard. Alright, let's open this. Okay, you're making oil. Shit, we need biscuits. Let's do the ale production. What do we use berries for? Newcomers, oh, they're coming with 2 parts. But that's a lot of villagers at this point. I'm having trouble assigning them all. I want to open here and there. I actually wouldn't mind if a few villagers died. Alright, there we've villagers move 10% quicker. We have 200 stone. Destroys all planted crops and farm fields. -8 to low global resolve. I can either burn it down or fix it. Spawns 10 to 14 fields of fertile soil nearby. We do kind of have a lack of fertile soil. Although what it requires is kind of insane. Parts? Hell no. Oil? That's a lot of oil. That's a lot of pipes. That's not that many tools, but I don't have a way to make tools yet. All food production is 90% slower. I'll open this up. How am I doing on food? I'll do that one in a second. Let me produce a little bit more food first. I need more humans. Their production bonus is useful. Alright, this should be finished before the storm. Oh no, I'm close to another resolve point. I need trade routes. Now our corruption is high. And we now have 28 bars. Which means more pipes. Oops. Set a limit of 10 pipes. Oh shit, I need houses. And I can add more resolve to this. Where's that 10% faster? Did I already get it? Oh yeah, village moves 10% quicker. Period. So that clay, I don't need it. We can afford to sell 40 flour. Now I can build a geyser pump. Alright, we finished that event. I might not build anything down here because the geyser pump doesn't actually need... It's all done through underground pipes. Hey, fruit. There's our geyser pump. Take up all the woodcutters. Alright, we need those coats. We need those coats like yesterday, so... Oh, hunger. Wait, what is frustrated? You have to be really careful about your hostility levels. Alright. We're gonna have to sacrifice coal. Until the coats get here. Max bonus +8. Affected, unaffected. Come on, everybody put on your coats. There we go. I need to make sure the biscuits don't stop. See, it's dangerous to open any more glades. Year 7 clear in 5 minutes. Don't deliver the required good, the grounds will swallow up 2 random gathering nodes. I'm not really using gathering nodes anyway. But I could take by stone. Is that because I peeked into 4? I should have taken off the woodcutters before though. Okay, we don't need copper bars anymore. Next thing I'm gonna do is probably try to get everybody their right houses. All trade routes are faster by 40%. Work safety guide will be great once I open this. Let's see, how are we doing on stuff? All my buildings have rain engines yet. Oh, but we're out of clearance water. Actually, I have a lot of clearance water buildings. Although I don't want to open any more glades. Because Hostility 4 is gonna wreck me. Need a lot more planks. Set the production limits to 20 for those. When's a trader coming? In a minute? Oh, there's actually farmland here. Oh yeah, because of the greenhouse that was here. I'll open our way down there. Oh, the trader arrived. We have so much money. Plus one of coal production. That's pretty crazy. Does 25% drizzle duration. Sure. We don't need bricks. We have like a bajillion stone. It's too bad we don't have any foxes, because they can reduce hostility straight up. Where's my human? Alright. High corruption. I use tools or pipes or... I'll just upgrade that. Okay, now we can just get under hostility 4. If I open another glade though, that's gonna be an extra 30 hostility. However, in there is an academy. I should prepare by making scrolls. Right, so far so good. Oh shit, they opened it. Except marked. Shit. How are we gonna get under? .25 reputation per minute. And then that's gonna raise my hostility more. I think I'm gonna have to just deal with hostility 4. Fallen bat miners. -12 to bat resolve. Effect is only active when the corresponding glade event is being worked on. If I would have waited to open this, then I could do the rob the den option. I guess I'll have to do... Oh, I have 148 coats. I think I can cool it on the coats. Actually, let me build a warehouse, like right here. Huh, they're just walking through the trees over here. Okay, we're surviving even with minus 28 to our resolve. Shit, I need fabric. Let's see. Played this one a bit, really liked it, not good, and yeah, played pretty low difficulty. I recommend, if you're playing at a low difficulty, to play at least high enough that you unlock the rain punk stuff, like the rain punk engines, because on lower difficulties they don't even introduce it, but it's not that complicated, and it can vastly increase your production. Yeah, because on the lower difficulties, they don't even introduce it. I think think you might need to be on Viceroy. Well, shit, I might as well... no, I don't, like... change my resolve. Although 4 humans is nice. Oh, and I have 2 blueprints. Well, I can fulfill my leisure needs. Oh, what train routes are good? $40 codes for 20 amber. I'm on the difficulty right before trading gets nerfed, because trading is really powerful. The next difficulty I think adds like half as difficult on the traders. Not half as difficult, I mean your goods are worth half as much to traders. Right, we'll pay the forest mystery. Boost global resolve by 1 for every 3 levels of standing with other settlements and trade routes. I think I'll go for that one. Gains to resolve are always good. Oh yeah, there's the commons now. I forgot about that. You can get half the bonus. Alright, now we're fulfilling education. Alright, let's build the harvester's camp. Alright, let's do the religion. Now we're gaining reputation. Although it's dangerous because my hostility. The higher your hostility, or the higher your, or the lower your the lower your impatience, the higher your hostility. Because each impatience level subtracts 15 from your hostility. So you actually want impatience. However, opening glades increases it by 15 while giving half an impatience point. So even if I open a small glade, it'd be 15 and get 15. Let's have you guys work as dedicated haulers. There, now the beavers are also lit. God, we're almost to hostility 5. Now I'm getting close to winning. I'm getting 0.61 resolve per minute. Oh, now it's 0.52. 419 stone. $219 skewers. If you're not careful, you can totally, like, people can run away with production and then, like, they've converted everything. Oh no, I'm out of coats. I need to make the tincture. Got hostility 5. I don't even have woodcutters. It's okay, it balances out. Ale. And wine. Fruit. Yes, you can make wine out of berries or mushrooms or reeds. Luckily, this means we should probably win by year 9. I just need to pass time. Satisfying their request for religion gives so much. I wish there was a way to just piss off the queen. Like, actually, wait, there is. Choose the least welcome member of a given species and send them back. Smoldering city. I think this counts as killing them. So I can raise impatience. Oh shit. I haven't been farming clearance water. That sucks. Start a democracy movement? Probably would not like that much. Hey, Lexart, thank you for the gift membership, much appreciated. Welcome, Frozen Chicken. Aw, they just got all up to... Oh, even at 5, apparently. I'm fine. I'll just pay that now. Okay, we should be able to win by year 9. Especially if I get the commons. Now I gotta just pass time and make sure I don't drop the ball. Oh shit. 30. I left someone in there and they were using up all my coal. That's like one of the big dangers. It's like you leave someone producing something and then they just use up all of a resource. Because as soon as the storm ends, I'm gonna turn on the commons. Set up the tables. We're at just under the resolve amount we need. We can sacrifice coal. Shit, we need the beavers to... Okay, we have 200 colts. There we go. Everybody is... Alright. Now we just need to pass time. And we hold out. So, as you can see in the upper left, everyone's resolve is high enough to... Oh, damn. Oh no, I'm out of scrolls. Oh, I'm out of fuel. What else can I... Why is the bat's reputation threshold 40 now? Put a villager on trial and exile them. Okay, exiled. Don't have any way to raise. Oh yeah, there is a way to raise impatience. I can summon the traitor repeatedly. Just need 1 point. There we go. Too bad bats can't be favored. Actually, I forgot all about the rain engines. Okay, we just need 3 more points. Hold. Holding. I'm still sacrificing in the hearth to reduce my hostility by 80. Grill, tinctury, and cookhouse. So close. I'm not gonna make it before the... Oh wait, I have orders. I forgot I had orders. Need for luxury fulfilled 60 times. Alright, we can turn off the sacrifice. I'm just gonna get the copper ore. So I only need 1 more reputation point to win. Notice I also have 5 blueprints I can choose from. So I definitely didn't need all the blueprints. Oh god, I'm at like 238, oh. Well, people dying. I didn't beat the blight rot this time. It's okay, because I win as soon as I gather 60 copper. As soon as I click this, boom. Village position has been secured. Good job, Munstown. See, there's the seal. Oh, it's minimum prestige 10. I think I just did prestige 9. All traders offering mystery boxes and perks or blueprints. Cut a Neil, become cursed. For 2 games, gain exit to a syndicate. Gain access to a syndicate trader. Trade from the main warehouse expires after 5 uses. Cannot forbid consumption or favor any species. That one is not that difficult. What was I going for? +1 cornerstone or blueprint is pretty good. I think I should go for this, because every worker gets a permanent +1 to their carry capacity. I'm definitely gonna want that. And though I don't plan on playing anymore right now, I will start a new settlement. Because even if I don't play, if they do another patch, I'll get resources. I have to do this on Prestige 10. Blight Rot has a stronger impact. That one's tough. Let me think, 51. I won't have enough. I won't have enough shards after the next one, but the one after that. That's the titanium seal, that's the one I haven't. You need at least 60 seal fragments to venture here. Royal Woodlands. I don't know, this... Before year 6 starts, that's handleable. 4 villagers kidnapped is not, like, end of the world. I'll kinda kneel. We'll start a game here with humans. What do they got here? No stone. Buildings. Prestige 6 is annoying because all your buildings cost more. 7, higher food consumption, more service goods, work slower on events. Goods are worth less to traders, that's a huge one. I think 6 and 10 are like huge. So like, I'll sometimes play on Prestige 5 if I want to take it easy. Let's do Prestige 9. Natural resources, meat, veggies, roots. Average amount of fertile soil. I usually like to start with the blueprint. I'll start with a small farm and 36 vegetables. Oh, I forgot to name it. Wow, I like never see them right next to each other like that. Oh wow, this is just all humans. So this one would be kind of fun because I wouldn't know what's coming next. Oh, increase the speed at which traders arrive by 300%. Well, that's if I play this. I'm not sure. I might just... I've been kind of in the mood for Against the Storm, so it's been fun. But... Matt reminds me of Catan. I'm also reminded I'll never buy that game for $50. Yeah, Catan is fun, but like... it's not like that fun. The hex map, yeah, I can see how that reminds you of. You never played Settlers of Catan? It's been so long since I played. You never will at $50. I don't blame you. I don't know what I want to do now. I could stop, but I'm like not. I'm just gonna grind Granblue. If I took a little bit of a break, I could come back and just... That's like 2 animated outfits. WTF, right? That's like almost 3 10 rolls in Granblue. I initially set my goal to be 50 boxes because that was like my absurd high number I was aiming for, and then I realized at the pace that I was going that 50 would be pretty easy to reach, and I reached 50 earlier today, so now I'm going for 100. Ticket to Ride? Oh yeah, I played Ticket to Ride. I remember that. I don't know, I like board games. I think I think that they're generally worth the money if you enjoy it. Like the enjoyment I'll get from a board game. I don't know, like I also like having a board game collection. There's a few games I have, like Power Grid, and we have a assorted collection of board games in the basement. Tomorrow I'll be playing Pragmata. Trying to hold myself to playing on Thursdays. I was almost gonna play today, but then I realized that I didn't really have the energy for Pragmata tonight. Worth comes from uniqueness, amount of plastic pieces. That makes sense. The Granblue, the Monster Hunter board game is actually pretty cool. It has some pretty nice plastic models of the monsters and all the weapon users. Yeah, because I mainly just want to do this for the rest of the night. Give or take. Maybe watch a stream. Uh, 100 boxes would mean 120,000 points. Because it's 1,200 points on box or a lap, that is. Yeah, games with dice are nice. So I'm at like 55 right now. So we'll see how many I get to farm today, and then I have tomorrow until like I have until what, today's Wednesday, right? So the event ends Friday morning. Yeah, Friday morning. So I have all of tonight to grind and the rest of tomorrow to grind. So I should be able to handle getting to 120. $50 is the arbitrary high number I picked because the highest I had ever farmed before was 28. And then, yeah, I was like, oh, maybe I can go for 100. The most I've ever seen somebody farm on a crazy-ass Twitter post was someone had like 2,600 lamps. That's absurd. I can't even imagine how much stuff they got. $2,600 lapses. I think the fastest setups with JP ping can finish the quest in like 6 seconds. So 2,600 boxes. That's 1,200 a box. That's 3.1 million points. Divided by 33. So that's 94,545 quests. Give or take, because sometimes you'll randomly get a quest that gives you 50 instead of 33. But... and then we'll multiply that by 7 seconds. Lowball it slightly. Divide that by 60. So 661,000 seconds. Or 11,000 minutes, or 183 hours. 183 hours. So 7.65 days. The event goes on from the 22nd to the 29th. So you have to actually farm faster than that. Well, no, because you get the... You'd basically have to be farming at near optimal speed for the entire 7 days straight to get that many boxes. Because if I average 7 seconds a quest, that's like 7.5 days worth of time. And the event is only 7 days long, but you actually get a little bit more, so you don't need to do as many runs. No, there's no gold bars or anything to be won. Honestly, the prizes are kind of low stakes overall, because a lot of it is stuff that like are just good to have in bulk, like assorted older raid materials and earrings and rings and Damascus. Basically, Records of the 10 is an event that came out to help get the newer people to catch up a little bit, because it drops a ton of like assorted materials that you had to have gotten by either raids or other more complicated methods. It just drops a lot of those in bulk. So if you're a new person, it'll just get you all kinds of stuff of like everything that you might need for Eternals and all the other stuff. For someone who's a veteran like me, there's a few things that are still useful to me, like Damascus crystals, which if I hadn't traded for all the Damascus bars already, I'd be able to get those, but since I don't, Damascus crystals are still used in various things. I've kind of run short sometimes. But yeah, 2,600 boxes is like damn near the max you can like farm in that span of time. It makes me wonder how you'd have to design your life around if you weren't using some kind of like bot to farm. How crazy you'd have to design your life around that. I don't even know how you do that without bots, honestly. But people are crazy. They just attach themselves to the machine. But see, those people going for like that many boxes are like chasing the screenshot and also the satisfaction of doing the most possible. See, I was thinking about taking a idle meeting and then coming back, but at that point I might want to just not stop streaming because I'll like have gotten up, so I'll want to like hang out for a while. So this was a good stream though. I did manage to finish against the storm run, which is always good, so... Anyway, well, that's it for me for today. Thank you all for coming. I do appreciate it. Hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening. I'll see you guys around. Next stream will be tomorrow evening. I'll be streaming Pragmata. I don't know if I'll be streaming in the afternoon, but I'm saying I think it's kind of likely that I'm not, but who knows. Just because I've been streaming a lot lately and I might want to save my energy for Pragmata. So I'm only streaming in the afternoon if I like really want to stream. Which sometimes happens. Anyway, take care, have a good rest of the night. Oyakumi nasai, it was nice hanging out. And bye bye!